All right, welcome. I'm Colin Daniel from riffninja.com, and this is the final lesson for the Joker in a series of 3. And it's all about putting the bass line together with the chords to make it sound more authentic. It's really 2 guitars. It's really a bass with an acoustic guitar playing the bass line in behind it, and then also an acoustic guitar and an electric in some cases strumming along. So I'm going to put this together for you now. And the bass line really works the best. Like, as far as the chorus goes, I don't want to get too deep into the chorus because there's a lot you could do in the chorus, and it could get very complicated. Like, and I could mimic some of the picking that the one guitar is doing and strum the other, but that'd be another massive lesson on its own. First, learn to put your bass notes together with your chords, and it can be done in several ways, right? For example, the first thing you could do is just get used to incorporating your G chord in with the bass line. Now, you should have learned the bass line earlier, you know? With that in mind, start by just strumming the G chord. And then don't play the G bass note, just play the G chord in substitution of it. So you go. You know, and so you practice that first, right? Getting the G chord incorporated into your bass line. No, I didn't tab this out. If you've got the bass line down and you know the chords, you should have no problem, okay? Now, you remember I taught you this set of chords where I use the G major like this, and this is a real bonus now if you're going to incorporate the bass line with it, right? So this is a G major, then I just leave my 3rd and 4th finger down and move my 1st and 2nd finger over one string, and that becomes C major 9th. And then I take my pinky off, and I move my 1st and 2nd finger over to the 3rd and 1st string, and that becomes a D. I never have to move my 3rd finger, watch. And that's another thing of interest too. Sometimes you'll see this C major 9 played like this with an open E instead of, so that's another option if you feel more comfortable with that way. But the reason why I like that is because you don't have to move your fingers so much, and you can incorporate the bass line much easier than if you're doing like full chords. You know, it's more movement, right? So once you get this, notice how I practice by keeping my 3rd and 4th finger down, right? You want to get in the habit of doing that if you can use these chords. Okay, so now let's add the C chords. So we're going to go G, you know, and replace those first 2 bass notes with the G chord, 2 down strums, right? Then just go to the A and the B, and then strum the C. So, and sometimes I'll do this, where I strike the C bass note and the strum at once. You can do that with the G too. You could go. So you could go bass and then strum, then A and B, which is the open 5th string, and then 2nd fret, right? Now go to the D. Instead of striking the D twice, you strike it once because it's the root. And that works out really good, right? notice I didn't play the G that I had written out in the tab on my rundown, because it is kind of awkward, but it is in there, but you don't miss it. So there's quite a few different ways that you can approach this. None of them are wrong. You have to be creative with it, right? And like I said, first we did this, you know, strum the G chord twice, or the bass note pluck and the strum once. And that's your easiest one for sure, like if you're going to combine them. Besides just learning the G, you can do that too. You know, you can combine some where you strum and some that you pick. It's just a matter of lining the timing up, right? And now I'm kind of combining, and that's the final trick, combining at the end that last C. So here, so I've substituted those C bass notes with some strums. So a very, very, very cool move. All right, folks, that should keep you out of trouble. If you like this lesson, I've got 2 more songs for you can check out at riffninja.com/strumming songs. And thank you for your time, and I hope you've had fun and you've added another song to your repertoire. It's a great classic. You'll have everybody singing along with you. All right. Take care.